How much is the travel time from there?
Actually, yesterday we had some rough weather. 12 hours.
12 hours. So you'll be calling on twice a week?
Twice a week, sir.
And which days? Fixed days?
Fixed days we have not made that. According to the connecting vessels, we are going to
Connect
connect the vessels in time.
So you'll come here, Pondicherry to here, then from here to
I go back to Pondicherry again.
you're not going to Ennore?
No, we have enough containers for a second call. We'll go to Ennore.
So right now it will be only between Pondicherry and
Using exclusively the terminal with the facility of interterminal transfer from DP1. The container which will connect at CIDP.
How did you, Jude, how did you manage so much of a media crowd?
I don't know, sir. Only by God's grace.
And it is overnight. I also reached today in the morning. I didn't know so many people.
PIBL. Our people, we are doing this.
Okay. Should we start, Prabha? Is the mic working? Are you able to hear me? So you want to first make a presentation or something? You want to first make a presentation?
You can announce to the press.
That we'll first make a presentation? No, we'll first make a presentation.
Okay, I can make it.
You are having a presentation?
No, it's not on video. Only oral. Oral presentation.
Okay. There's no PowerPoint. There's no PowerPoint.
No problem.
Good morning, Namaskar, Anband Kalai Vanakkam. Are you able to hear me? Am I audible? No? I need to speak more loudly. Is the mic not working? Yeah, but your ears also have to work. And my mouth has to work. Okay. Okay, I'll try to speak loudly. So kindly maintain silence so that my voice is audible to everybody in the room. So at the outset, good morning, Suprabhat, Anband Kalai Vanakkam. On behalf of Chennai Port Authority and on my personal behalf, I extend a warm welcome to you to this inaugural service, container service between Chennai Port and Puducherry Port. I am sure, based upon my previous interactions with you, that you have been eagerly looking forward to the launch of this service. When in April of 22 we had a press conference, at that time many of you had asked questions on this. That time also I had informed you that we have been very closely pursuing the steps to be taken for the launch of this service, and we will be trying to do it during this financial year. The agreement between Puducherry government, that is Puducherry Port, and Chennai Port was signed in 2017, and a trial was also done, and at that time it was felt that there is a need to increase the draft at Puducherry port. There were certain other issues also, even though they had a proper berth for this, but boats were being parked there by the fishermen. Then siltation was happening because some flow of water from the city was taking place into the port area, and of course dredging was also to be done. So after that, Puducherry port had taken steps for dredging of their port and increasing the depth. After some time, they were having technical issues and they requested Chennai port for technical assistance. So from our Marine Services Department, we had deputed an officer who was going there regularly, and now the dredging has been completed. With this, Mr. Jude Vallabhdas is also here, and they have taken steps to engage the vessel so that this regular service can start between Puducherry and Chennai. As you are aware that near Puducherry, whether it is within the Union Territory of Puducherry or it is the adjoining area of Tamil Nadu, it is an industrialized area. Even up to Trichy and that belt is industrialized. So that way, if the containers come to Puducherry port, from there they take this coastal service and it comes to our DP World terminal. Then it will not only be saving time, it will be saving on pollution, and it will be also saving hopefully on costs also. And as of now, it is proposed that this call will happen twice a week. And between DP World Terminal and PSA Terminal also arrangement has been worked out so that any container which has to go to a mainline vessel on a vessel which will be calling at the PSA Terminal also moved in between the terminals. That arrangement also has been worked out. So before I give you more details, I would like my team to introduce themselves, and then I'll be requesting Mr. Jude Vallabhdas and his team and Global Logistics to tell you in detail about the vessel and what they plan to do.
Chennai port director of material
No, it is like, see, if you can ask in English, it will be, they'll understand the question. Yeah, what's the question?
Directly you send the material in Chennai airport. We can't. So that's why we will decide in a Pondicherry port.
No, it is not like that. See, this is what is called coastal movement, right? So, for example, Chennai port is taking care of this entire hinterland of northern Tamil Nadu and southern Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, especially the Bangalore region, right? So that movement is happening by rail or road. Okay, it comes to the container freight station or directly to the port. In some cases, when they don't have a full container, they'll bring it to the CFS, and stuffing and de-stuffing can happen there, right? Now the movement from that area is happening through road. So in order to avoid the road movement, ultimately water movement is the cheapest mode of transport. So that's why this is to encourage that, let us say something is getting manufactured in a factory in Puducherry and it is to be exported to Europe, right? So what they will do, the container will go to Puducherry port, it will take this coastal movement vessel, it will come to the DP World, right? This is a small vessel. Now, the main vessel, what we call mother vessel, that can come to Chennai port, or even if it is not a mother vessel, it is a bigger vessel, what we are calling shuttle service. It can go from here to, let us say, Colombo, and from there it will go to a mainline vessel which will go to Europe. So it is like when we are in a small village, we will go to the nearby town in the town bus. From there, we will take, let us say, SETC or some fast service and come to Chennai. or I am in a small area, I want to go to Delhi. So I will go to a bigger station up to the passenger train, and from there I will take the express train. Because these bigger vessels cannot go to Puducherry. The draft is very less. But they can come to Chennai or Colombo. That's the reason.
Why we can't catch the express train? I'm asking the question. I don't need that small bus. Directly I want to send the material in the Chennai port.
No, that is happening right now.
That is the problem to Chennai. City is the problem to good conveyance.
No. See, that's what I mentioned to you. Definitely Chennai is a much bigger city than Puducherry, right? So anything coming from that side has to first move to the northern side and then again come here. You can't have the city movement of trucks, right? So that is one reason. A second reason is that road movement is costly. Third is all these processes, because custom facility is available, ice gate facility is available at Puducherry also. So all these custom clearance can happen there itself.
So, Chairman, what will be the average number of vehicles road movement?
Can the company talk from there then before we take the
No, let me finish my
Yeah, what we will do, that is why the people are here. They'll explain in detail to you about the vessel, what they propose to do, what is the catchment area.
and market.
Yeah, that's why. So I think I request you, first you can introduce yourself and your company. No, mic is not working, so
I
we are
can
just...
be loud and clear. Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. My name is Jude Vallabadas. I am in shipping business, shipping operations and shipping work for the past 4.5 decades, exclusively through Chennai Port. This particular project is under the aegis of the Honorable Prime Minister's Sagarmala program, which is connecting a minor port in India to a major hub port in India. Now this requires, for a shipping operation to be successful, a two-way operation. Cargoes must be moving both in and out of one particular minor port. And Pondicherry, as Honorable Chairman said, is a hub of manufacture, and there is all sorts of industries there in and around Pondicherry, including Cuddalore. The movement between Pondicherry and Chennai, I am talking about Pondicherry Cuddalore area to Chennai, not taking into account the extending hinterland up to Salem, Namakkal and Tiruchi. These two places to Chennai alone presently is about 4,000 to 5,000 20-foot containers in a month, all of which is being transported by road, which you know is causing a lot of not only congestion but also pollution. It's practically proved that seamode transportation has 5% pollution as against 78% on road. That's a level of reduced pollution that ships offer. Having said this, it was in my idea to connect these two ports even before Sagamala program came, because I was working in Pondicherry port lightening liquid cargoes for more than 10 years, and it is a very small port linked by a shallow river from the main ocean. That was the problem. That had to be kept to a depth of at least 4 meters for small ships to come inside and work, which the government of Puducherry, with the initiative of Ministry of Shipping, they have dredged the port on the capital basis, and they are also going to maintain the dredging throughout the year from April. So the draft problem is not there now. Having got this done, Global Logistics and myself decided to work on this ship, because I did the trial run in 2018 through another company, and the same ship, which is in technical terms we call it a geared vessel. It has a container crane which can lift 40 tons weight. It's one of the kind in India today, only one of the kind in India today, and we have taken it on hire come purchase. Global Logistics will be the owner of the ship,
and this will fly between Chennai and Pondicherry ports twice a week, carrying about, its capacity is 106 20-foot container, and it also has 20 sockets for reefer containers. By weight, we'll be carrying between 75 to 85 containers per single voyage between each port. So in terms of container levels, it will be about 1,200 containers every month with one ship. Having said that, the salient features of this particular service is the first and foremost, as Chairman mentioned, is an economical saving. I'm happy to say that because of economies of scale which ships offer, because 100 containers can be carried at one time in one transport mode, whereas 100 units have to be carried by 100 trailers or maybe 80 trailers, causing a lot of congestion and pollution and whatnot. And also economically, they are high. We are giving the trade almost about 25 to 30% on the present road transport cost. So this reduced level is the first major feature of this particular service. Secondly, as Chairman said, it reduces pollution greatly, which impacts on the carbon footprint, which is a credit to most of the major manufacturing companies, multinational companies like Whirlpool, Hindustan Unilever, Lenovo, various companies, so many are there. So all of them get credit in matters of money, and they can encash this carbon credit when they are running minus because of their pollution. So this is a major salient feature and advantage in this service. The third is reduction of road congestion on the passage between Chennai and city of Chennai and Pondicherry or nearby area, which is so much high when compared to ship. So these apart, the unique facility in Pondicherry port is that it is customs enabled. It is ice gate enabled. So you can do your customs clearance for both exports and imports at Pondicherry port itself for transshipment to feeder vessels or motherships at Chennai port or nearby ports including CIPPL, and also if there are sufficient inducements for Ennore port, Kamarajar port, we will be having a second call there also in the same voyage. So these are really basically very, very advantageous to the trade, both importers and exporters. And honestly, this project has taken us almost, it's not 2018 when we started. The whole project was conceived in 2012. From 12, I've been on this particular subject and working through hard, and finally we found working partners with Global Logistics, who are a major forwarding company in India. And this apart, this also provides the facility of stuffing and destuffing export and import containers within the port area itself. And our company's request to the major carrying lines, the MLOs and the feeders or the NVOCCs, to nominate Pondicherry port as their container yard. This is the request I'm making to the chairman now, because that is when the empty containers on imports will be available, made available in Pondicherry. Otherwise, we'll have to bring back the empty container to Chennai, like they do now under road transport system. So any port that operates, whether minor or major, always has its container yard. Pondicherry port within 100 meters from the berth. We have facility to store more than 2,000 TEUs with a lot of reefer sockets available. So this facility must be used by the shipping lines, container shipping lines, as immediately as possible, so that this operation becomes viable financially and operationally. With this, I think I have briefed you well, and if there are any doubts, you can please ask.
Sir, இப்போ ஒரு கண்டெய்னர் வந்து நம்ம பாண்டிச்சேரி சென்னை கொண்டு வந்து ஹேண்ட்லிங் சார்ஜஸ் வந்து எவ்வளவு கண்டெய்னர் கிட்ட சார்ஜ் வரும் per kg எவ்வளவு?
Per kg quantity will not be there. Per container, I can say, you see, if it is a container freight station movement, it is more than almost touching about 70,000 rupees or 65,000 rupees. If it is a direct delivery, it's about 30,000 rupees. Now, whereas our rate is much less than that. 20,000 rupees.
What is the cost of
That is the freight. But then the handling charges are there, which is always there even for other cargoes.
Including handling charges.
Terminal charges are as per the tariff of Chennai terminal here, DP World Terminal. In Pondicherry is under 2,500 rupees per 20-foot container.
So what is the cost of road transport, port in taking the containers? How much you are going to charge?
See, that's what I said now. We have said now.
But in terms of
20,000 rupees per 20-foot container.
20,000,
Yes.
20-foot container.
20-foot container.
that's your cost.
Yes.
And will you be moving to the other ports like Kattupalli and
Yes, if there is inducement and sufficient number of containers available for call there, at least I would say in terms of 20-foot containers, we must have 20 containers or 25 containers to make a second call. At present, we have sufficient number of containers to come into Chennai port.
இந்த ஷிப்ல வந்து ட்ரெயின் வந்து உள்ள ஷிப்ல
Ship மேலேயே இருக்கு.
So the container
Now, Pondicherry portல crane கிடையாது. There is no terminal there. So, கட்டாயம் அந்த crane, shore crane வேணும், இல்லாட்டி ships crane வேணும். Shore crane வச்சு operate பண்ணும்பொழுது it is difficult. Time is more. But ships crane வச்சு பண்ணும்பொழுது we are almost getting the same time as in the terminal here, the key crane.
சார் இப்போ சென்னை போர்ட்டோடைய நிர்வாகத்தில் இங்கே ரெண்டு டெர்மினல் இருக்கு, எண்ணூர் போர்ட்டில் ஒரு டெர்மினல். ஸோ நீங்கள் இப்போ ஒரு டெர்மினலுக்கு தான் கண்டெய்னர் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம், இல்லை 3 டெர்மினலுக்கும் ஏன்னா சென்னை போர்ட் மூலமாக எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்ணுன்றது தான் அந்த உள்ள அந்த வெசல் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் எந்த வெசல் எந்த போர்ட் எந்த டெர்மினலுக்கு பொறுத்து தான் அவங்க தேர் பிளானிங். ஹவு யூ ஆர் ஃபேசிங் திஸ்?
இப்போ நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி
இந்த போர்ட்டு மட்டும்தான், இந்த டெர்மினலுக்கு மட்டும்தான். What about other terminals?
Other terminalsக்கு எங்களுக்கு இது முதல்ல சொன்ன மாதிரி chairman சொன்ன மாதிரி இது சின்ன கப்பல். இது எதுக்காக சின்ன கப்பல்னா only about this size of ship can enter Pondicherry port. இதை விட பெரிய கப்பல் உள்ள நுழைய முடியாது. அதுக்கு ஃபெசிலிட்டி இல்ல, டெப்த்தும் இல்ல.
இல்ல அது இல்லைங்க.
No, I will explain that. There are 3-4 points which have been raised, which have been answered by Mr. Jude also, but I'll just add to that. One thing is, you look at our coast. When you look at our coast, it is a straight line, and there's a road also along the straight line. That is the East Coast Road. Otherwise, you come into Tindivanam, and then again you come onto the National Highway. Whereas, let us look at Gujarat. Gujarat is like this, right? So, if I am going from point A to B, there are locations in Gujarat where when I am going by water, I travel only 30 kilometers. Whereas if I am going by road, I have to travel 300 kilometers. But our coast is not like that, right? So, we have to understand that coastal movement has a lesser scope in our kind of coastline. That is the first point. Now, second point, why it is still attractive? It is still attractive. Let us say I am having a factory which is in Kadalur. Okay. Now from Kadalur, if I am to come to Chennai, I am crossing the entire city of Pondicherry. Again, I am entering the city of Chennai and crossing it. But if I am going into this Pondicherry port, I am doing only one city movement, and then I just come from a port to another port, right? So then I have some advantage. That is why Mr. Jude is telling that as of now he has seen that he has a scope of around 80 to 8500 containers in each trip. Third thing is that if I am manufacturing in Pondicherry and if I want to export to Europe, if I do my customs process in Pondicherry, I am much more comfortable than my customs process happening in Chennai. So I'll be very happy that okay, in Pondicherry itself, the valley mudinjirchi. Now it is coming okay, it will go here and then go further on the mainline vessels. As far as Ennore is concerned, whether Kamarajar port will also be used, that is what they call double dip, that within the same city, two ports they are dipping. There, that, as indicated by him, if there are, let us say somebody wants to use the service of MSC or Maersk, which are calling at Kamarajar port. So Maersk, even the mainline vessel is coming at Kamarajar port. So once you put it on, then you can go very far. Not even Colombo is required. So they will be interested. So if he gets that kind of a critical number, that is 15 or 20 number, then he will come to Ennore also, he will start dipping. But as of now, he is going to do only Chennai, Puducherry, right? Yeah, see, that's what I told. See, I am not telling that it is a very big, huge thing that we are doing today, right? But it can lead to, it can be a beginning to many good things to come. One is, as he has been trying from 2012, we have been thinking of it from 2017 after our agreement. One best thing which has happened because of this move is, apart from that this service is starting, that Puducherry port has become ready to take the vessels now. At least 3.5 meter draft vessels it can take now. It was all silted. The berth which was meant for ships was totally occupied by boats. So there also administration has taken a lot of steps to get it cleared. Lot of silt was flowing into the port area, that is the basin. So all that has been corrected. Now this kind of a ferry service where passengers can also move, that can be thought of. Maybe this is this is also a possibility. You can have some kind of a tourist movement from, let us say, it can happen from Chennai, it can go to Puducherry, and it can go further south also. So those possibilities will open up. This is the beginning. If normal weather is there, then it is expected that it will take around 12 hours.
Another port is coming up in Kadalur, routes leading to vessels available. Any proposal to expand this to cover Kadalur port?
I think I will have to say that as and when things happen, accordingly dynamic decisions will have to be taken. It all depends upon how much cargo, what numbers, where it is coming.
Sir, Pondicherry area, direct by road, Chennai port via the facility is used for it. The transit time on the differ out here. Other weekly twice when they load next day it will be unloaded in the DB world. But the connecting vessel is on the advance plan
எங்க வீக்லி ட்வைஸ் சர்வீஸே அதை வச்சு தான் பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இப்போ எவ்ரிடே கண்டெய்னரை மூவ் பண்ணா கூட இங்க வந்து கனெக்டிங் ஷிப் வந்து பர்டிகுலர் டேல தான் வரும். அது வரைக்கும் கண்டெய்னர் டெர்மினல்ல தான் இங்க கண்டெய்னர் வெயிட் பண்ணும். எங்களுக்கு வாரத்துல 2 தடவை வந்தா கூட it will be arriving here to connect the sailing ships and also receive the imports. So அதனால பாதிப்பு ஒன்றும் வராது. டெய்லி மூவ்மெண்ட் ரோட்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஷிப் மூவ்மெண்ட் தேவையில்லை.
சார், இங்க சென்னை பொறுத்தளவு ஒரு இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர், ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு கட்டமைப்பு இருக்கு. பாண்டிச்சேரி இது போல இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு? இம்போர்ட்டர்ஸ் எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டர்ஸ் என்ன சொல்றாங்க? இது அவங்க வெல்கம் பண்றாங்களா? எவ்வளவு புக்கிங்ஸ் இது வரைக்கும் ஆயிருக்கு?
அவங்க வெல்கம் பண்றதுனால தான் இந்த சர்வீஸே தோங்குது. அதுக்குண்டான அட்வான்டேஜஸை நான் ஏற்கனவே உங்கள்கிட்ட சொல்லிட்டேன். அங்க கட்டமைப்புன்றது இதுதான் அதில் உள்ள முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட். நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்வி நல்ல கேள்வி. இதுக்கு பெரிய கட்டமைப்பு தேவையில்லை. இந்த ஸ்மால் மூவ்மெண்ட்டை கொண்டாந்து சேர்க்கறதுக்கு இதே மாதிரி ஒரு கப்பல் இருந்ததுன்னா கண்டெய்னர் கிரேனோட எனி போர்ட் கேன் பிகம் அ மைனர் போர்ட் அண்ட் கனெக்ட் டு அ மேஜர் ஹப். முக்கியமான இது என்ன ஐட்டம் அதில் என்னன்னா 2-வே மூவ்மெண்ட் இருக்கணும். சென்னையிலிருந்து பாண்டிச்சேரி போறது இருக்கணும், பாண்டிச்சேரியிலிருந்து சென்னை போறது இருக்கணும். Now I can tell you an example. This similar type of service with this particular ship was done from Kochi port to Calicut. இன்னும் 2 போர்ட் கூட அதில் ஜாயின் பண்ணாங்க. பட் அந்த சர்வீஸ் சக்சஸ் ஆகல. ஏன்னா கொச்சியில இருந்து காலிக்கட்டுக்கு கண்டெய்னர் போகுது, காலிக்கட்ல இருந்து கொச்சிக்கு கண்டெய்னர் இல்ல, கார்கோ இல்ல. அதே மாதிரி கொல்லத்துல இருந்து கொச்சினுக்கு கார்கோ இல்ல, ஆனா கொச்சியில இருந்து கொல்லத்துக்கு கார்கோ இருக்கு, கண்டெய்னர் இருக்கு. ஸோ இந்த மிஸ்மேட்ச் பண்றதுனால திஸ் சர்வீஸ் could not be successful in the west coast. லாங் ரூட்ஸ்ல பெரிய கண்டெய்னர் ஷிப்ஸ் இப்ப பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க இத. ஆனா மைனர் போர்ட் டு மேஜர் ஹப் கனெக்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி இதுதான் முதல் சர்வீஸ். And this will be a successful service only because there is a two-way movement of cargo. இது கட்டாயம் ஒரு இந்த மாதிரி மைனர் டு மேஜர் போர்ட் சி மூவ்மெண்ட்டுக்கு கட்டாயம் இந்த டூ-வே டிராபிக் தேவை. அதை நாங்க ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணி இவ்வளவு கார்கோ இன் அண்ட் அவுட் மூவ் ஆகுதுன்னு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் மார்க்கெட் ஸ்டடி பண்ணி கஸ்டமர் மீட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வச்சு, as I told you, இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் வந்து துவங்கினது 2018 துவங்கினதுல இருந்து 2023 வரைக்கும் நாங்க இதே வேலையில இருந்து இதை பண்ணிக்கிட்டு we are now beginning the service.
எத்தனை மணிக்கு கிளம்பும் சார் கப்பல்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கப்பல் நீங்க எத்தனை மணிக்கு கிளம்புது? எவ்வளவு சார்?
இப்ப முதல்ல அதை told you அங்க வந்து எம்டி கண்டெய்னர்ஸ் இல்ல எக்ஸ்போர்ட் கார்கோ கொடுக்கிறதுக்கு. அதனால நாங்க இங்க இருந்து எம்டி கண்டெய்னர்ஸ் தான் முதல் வாஜில எடுத்துட்டு போறோம். அது கமர்ஷியலி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றதுக்கு இன்னும் ஒரு வாரம் ஆகும். அங்க இருந்து எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டோட இங்க வரும், இங்க இருந்து இம்போர்ட்டோட பாண்டிச்சேரி போகும்.
கண்டெய்னர் மட்டும் எடுத்து போகும்.
இப்ப கண்டெய்னர் எடுத்துட்டு போறோம்.
எத்தனை மணிக்கு போகும் சார்?
இது நாளைக்கு தான் சேல் ஆகும். எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஃபார்மாலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு, க்ரூ சேஞ்ச் அதெல்லாம் இருக்குது. அந்த ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ்லாம் முடிஞ்ச ஒரு பாடு நாளைக்கு சேல் பண்ணுவோம். within 12 hours will be there. அது அங்க ஸ்டப்பிங் எல்லாம் துவங்கி மற்றதெல்லாம் மறுபடியும் திருப்பி வர்றதுக்கு ஒரு வாரம் ஆகும். அதான் சொல்லுங்க
சார். இந்த பாண்டிச்சேரி துறைமுகத்தை வந்து கொண்டு வரதுக்கு கட்டுமான செலவுகள் எவ்வளவு ஆயிருந்தது? எத்தனை ஆண்டுகள்?
உண்மையா அது வந்து ட்ரெட்ஜிங் மட்டும்தான் அதுல கட்டுமான செலவு. அது நீங்க பாண்டிச்சேரி கவர்மெண்ட்ல தான் கேட்கணும். கவர்மெண்ட் சாங்ஷன், the union government sanctioned some 50 crores for that.
This thing, Milton, you have an idea, Milton? How much they have spent on dredging? Puducherry. Just find out from our officer. We'll tell you. 40 crores. They have dredged it. Acha, one thing, one example I think I should give you. This will make importance of water movement very clear. Today, Tamil Nadu is getting its coal. Let us say North Chennai thermal plant or Tuticorin thermal plant, and to some extent Mettur thermal plant. It is coming rail, sea rail route. From mine it goes to Paradip, that is by rail. It comes by sea to Ennore or Tuticorin, and then in our case by conveyor, in some cases by train it will go to the plant. Let us look at Rajasthan, which is in the western corner. Entire coal movement is happening through rail, which is again cheaper compared to road, but it is costlier than sea. Now even Rajasthan government or Punjab government, they are thinking that they should take the coal from Paradip, cross around Sri Lanka, come to Kandla, and then take by train. So this is the importance of water movement. It is so cheap and so environmental friendly that rather than going straight from, let us say, mines of Odisha or Chhattisgarh up to Punjab or Rajasthan, they are thinking of first coming towards slight south, Paradip, go across Sri Lanka towards that side, and then go by train, because that will still be advantageous. Whereas rail movement will be much, much shorter. So that is the advantage of water movement. But here what is happening, because our coast is totally straight, so advantage is limited compared to, let us say, a state like where it is zigzag kind of thing.
Sir, the ice skate இதெல்லாம் customs இதெல்லாம் totally எல்லாம் approve ஆயிடுச்சு.
That has been done. That custom coordination has been done. Yeah, correct. And what reefer he was telling, those are the refrigerated containers. So any perishable goods are there. So that also 20 points are available on this ship. Pharmaceuticals.
And even horticultural products will be starting now.
So shall we go to the place now? Yeah.
Otherwise, I think we have been having so many deadlines. As the work, when is the work going to resume in the college? Well, I am told till the railways are yet to give their clearance. I am told postal clearance came only recently. Railways are yet to give their clearance. Can you give us an indication when the work will exactly resume? We have a long wait, we'd like to know when the work will resume.
No, I understand your concern. CRZ clearance has been recommended by the committee at central government on 17th of January. GAD, they have declared. GAD also approved drawing. That is the general arrangement drawings by railways, what you are calling, right? GAD drawings by railways. That also we had inquired last week from the DRM and his team. That also has been cleared, right?
So railway thing is over.
Yeah, both railway and CRZ part are over now.
Tender.
Now only the tender has to be processed and finalized. So we are expecting that by April 23, it should get awarded. Yeah.
Is there any interest in the private sector for this project?
Yeah, I think it is.
Lot of interest. People are coming.
Yeah, lot of interest is.
Another question mark.
And there was one more change also, which slightly delayed because that naval had this naval quarters. That earlier it was planned to keep it as a separate package. Now it has been included in one of the packages out of the 4 packages.
Which means that also will come in the way of starting.
No. That's why all that has been done and it has been incorporated. Yeah. Sugandhi, would you like to add to that? Yeah. So Ramchandra is there. He was not okay. Package number 1, it has been added. Okay.
And date of tender?
Date of 7th of March. March. Best of luck to all of us. So, shall we move to the location now?
Before we
Just quickly talk about DP World.
just 2 minutes. I'll ask Mr. Vishal Lata, CEO of DP World Containers, Chennai Container Terminal, to honor our chairman, Chennai.
Just 2 minutes. Mr. Vishal is looking after our DP World terminal here. ये तो नहीं करिए विशाल, ये सब जरूरत नहीं है. आप सब बता दीजिए डीपी वर्ल्ड के बारे में. हाँ, डबल डेकर ये मत करिए प्लीज. नहीं वेंडा, वी आर ऑल वन ओनली. He just wants to brief on.
அப்புறம் வச்சுக்கலாம், முடிஞ்சிட்டு
Just 2 minutes, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, welcome to Chennai Container Terminal. It's a pleasure to have you. It's a great honor to have Port Chairman himself flagging off the occasion. And we will extend our full support to global logistics. While we were talking about basically pollution and CO2 reduction, I will just give you a perspective. Wherever a container moves by coastal mode, the emission is about 16 grams of CO2 per ton kilometer. When it moves by road, it is about 62 grams per ton kilometer. So you can imagine the huge difference. And like he rightly pointed, we have economies of scale. We at DP World are operating about 70 terminals worldwide. In India itself, we are operating 5 terminals. We have a fleet of about 40 rakes of our own, operating in 7 ICDs. We also operate coastal services between east and west coast. And we do look forward to extend our complete support to global logistics through inter-terminal transfers, through our on-dock CFS. There was a question that what if NO requires or Katupalli requires the container there. So we have the capability to even transfer it by road bridging to those terminals. Thanks a lot, and we'll look forward for everyone's support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.